I don't have anything to say. Let's just begin. I actually want to show you guys something. It's, they say this is therapeutic tonight. I don't know. I'm just not in a good mood. Somebody had their fun with me over the weekend. What was a good weekend? What was a good day? Was Saturday was just spoiled after 45 minutes of that shambolicness. But let me just show you guys what I had to put up with.
Hey, somebody tell Steven Spielberg and George Lucas that you directed this movie.
I feeling bro.
So yeah, now you can already see what it's gonna be like. But I'll start with my first guest, who's probably in the same Marvin's room as me. Mr. Paschal, how are you doing, my brother?
Yeah, I feel your pain because I'm experiencing it. Let's get on with it. I've got a lot to say too.
Yeah, welcome to everybody in the chat. It is the live review show. But again, like I always say, this is therapeutic. I'll come on to those that actually inflicted my pain. I'll start with another resident Liverpool fan who's a much more humbler than the other two guests that are about to eat me alive tonight in this pod. Davino, how's it going, my brother?
Yes, sir. How's things, gents? What can I say? I'm smiling from ear to ear, and I'm looking forward to this chat tonight. All I can say is London has fallen.
Yeah, it really is, my bro. I think Liverpool run London at this moment in time, honestly. Then our resident Manchester United fan, Penny B, how's it going, my bro?
Better this evening. Better. Sorry,
Yeah,
I didn't stop laughing and since I saw that video. I was there,
you know what? It is what it is. You wanna be big in the night, you have to be big in the day. Big up to Fabian in the chat, my bro. Big up to everyone in the chat. 4 people like watching this video. Smash the like. I want to also say thank you to you guys for getting us to 100 subs and 2,500 views. Like I said again, it's not me. I just ask the questions. You guys in the comments make it fire, and you legends on this pod make this show what it is. So also, this is as much as a congratulations to you. Now let's come on to the evil soldiers that are gonna gun me down tonight. I'll start with the one who inflicted the pain. Jigs, how's it going, my bro? I see you smiling.
I just want to say, baby, my brother, this evening I simply love the intro. I love the intro. I simply love the intro. 2 sad faces, beautiful, stunning, lights, camera, action. That was amazing.
Link it up, enjoy it.
Let's go.
The evil guy. You know what? I'm gonna get you back. For that. But Big Dale, how you doing, bro?
Devon, my man, I've never, ever in my life seen an intro like that, my man. You should have let someone else rather run the show, my man. You would have let someone else to run the show, but my man, that intro got me. I was now lying on this floor, my brother. I was like, yo, Devon, I know you over a decade, my man, but you sad. You are sad. Yo, but look, my man, there's no more coming your way, so let's get the show going.
Yeah, let's get it all going, man. It's let's start. I don't even know where to start. Do we start with Arsenal? But anyway, let's start with who began the Premier League on Saturday. Tuchel, humbled by Big Sam. Paschal, everything was going well at one point. Then the red card happened, and what I saw was a total, utter, complete capitulation, which I haven't seen from a Chelsea side. But first and foremost, give me your thoughts on the game, my man. I can see you shaking your head. You must be fuming.
First of all, let me start it the right way, right? Let me congratulate Big Sam. Everybody on this pod on Thursday, I think it was a Thursday, right? said that Big Sam would come with a plan, and we all knew he would. I just didn't think the plan would result in 3 points. You know what I'm saying? So big ups to him. He took advantage of the collapse. And it's one thing to be a man up in a game like that, and it's another thing to take advantage of it and win the game. You know what I mean? So credit to them. Now, let's get to Chelsea. You see, I was having a good weekend, bruh. Everything was going great. Watching the game, I had freaking Hennessy in this glass. And I'm enjoying the game, and I see the lineup. So I'm looking at the lineup and I'm thinking, okay, Craig Zuma, Thiago Silva, who's coming from an injury in the back. I don't really trust that combination, but you know what? At the end of the day, it's West Brom. You know what I mean? Second from the bottom, should be able to cruise. There's no excuses. The lineup was solid. We go 1 up, and I'm thinking, okay, well, we got this. My prediction, which Jigga keeps reminding me about every second chance, is going to come through. We're 1 up. And within 10, 15 minutes, bruh, Thiago Silva decides to steal the headlines for all the wrong reasons. And just for the record, bruh, like both tackles, I don't know whether you guys watched the game or not, both tackles could have been a straight red, either one.
Yeah.
You know, I know the ref gives him the benefit of the doubt on the first one because apparently Zuma is going to cover him, but still, man, in another day, he gets a red card. And then the second one, bruh, he gives the ref no choice but to obviously send him off, bruh. And even at that point, I'm thinking, okay, well, 1-0 up. If we get to halftime 1-0, at least, you know, the game plan becomes park the bus, maybe play on the counter. We're at home, you know what I mean? But what I saw.
That's what you thought.
That's what I thought. And then I'm thinking, within the last 2 minutes of the half, bruh, I've never seen such rubbish in my life. Like seriously. You see, if you see all the goals that were scored, bruh, they were not set pieces, they were down the middle. So that tells me one thing. Big Sam saw the combination of those two gents that I'm talking about, who shouldn't have been in that game, period. But at the end of the day, I got to give the benefit of the doubt with our coach that he was probably looking at Porto in the midweek and probably decided to rest Rudiger and Christiansen and maybe Chilwell or somebody else who could have played at the back. But still, no excuses, bruh. And once we got to the second half, 2-1 down, I mean, at the end of the day, bruh, whoever scores the next goal is going to win the game. You know what I mean? And it was them. And from that point onwards, I don't even know why Jorginho is still playing in that that holding part of the midfield. I don't know why he didn't put N'Golo Kante there just to kind of show things up and take Jorginho off, keep Kovacic on, put Jorginho off and put Kante on just to make it solid, bruh. Oh, park the bus, do anything. But I didn't see that. You see, so in the man, credit to Sam. I'm disgusted with the display. There are no leaders out there on the pitch in that team at all. And I bring the word leader in this team because if you remember correctly, a couple of years ago, the year that we won the Champions League, we were in this same situation against Barcelona. John Terry gets himself sent off. We're playing with 10 men for about 70 minutes of the game. But there was no such call. You know what I mean? Because why? Because you had the likes of Lampard, Drogba, you know, Petr Cech, leaders out there who knew exactly what had to be done in order to see that tie through. You know what I mean? So, it's hard to be a Chelsea fan. The only way they can make it up for me, bruh, is if they beat Porto tomorrow night. That's the only way. I'm not a draw, not anything like that. They have to win that tie against Porto for me to be back to my normal self. You know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm losing it. I'm telling you the truth, man. I'm very disappointed. I didn't see that coming at all.
Wow.
Big boys don't cry. Big boys don't cry.
Is it panic stations yet, Paschal?
Yeah.
Panic
Can you
stations
repeat that?
already. Is it panic stations right now?
No, not. Look, I mean, look, you went 14 games unbeaten now, obviously not.
Yeah.
But
But it was hiding. It was hiding.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is the wrong time to collapse. You know what I mean? Because now everybody's picking up in the race for top 4, first of all. You know what I mean? And Champions League and the FA Cup coming up. Come on, man. We gotta do better than that. I never saw any character from anybody in that lineup. That's what was discouraging thing.
Now, fair Fair assessment. Jigs,
True.
Benny asked a very interesting question by asking, is it panic stations? Are you, I know we are going to come on to Liverpool, but are you now even looking at Chelsea thinking, hey, we can actually catch them if one slip up is possible with Liverpool coming back to form, Fabinho, Thiago now playing in the middle? Or are you looking at them now and thinking, okay, you know what? If it could happen once, we can hunt them down?
Anything is possible. It depends on their next game. Their next game will determine how. But I don't think they got panic stages there at Chelsea at the moment in time. I think it was just making too much changes, making the wrong changes. Once the generals come back, the first 11 comes back, it will be different with Chelsea again. So I don't think they'll be panicking at the moment. For Liverpool, we can only push forward. Every game we have to win, so we must just take it as it comes. I'm happy. I'm happy so far. I'm not 100% happy. As the second win, as I said, we spoke last 2 weeks ago. I said I want 3 games in a row to win, and I feel a bit more comfortable. At the moment in time, Arsenal was just, speed up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's fair
Can I
enough.
just take Dave quickly? With what Ben said, with regards to what Ben said, I'm watching out for is West Ham, because I think they have 2 games in hand, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean?
Yes, they have one.
They've got one, and if they win that one, you know what I mean?
No, that was only they played yesterday.
So they have no game in hand.
level.
Yeah. No,
The game
Everton
is
has a game in hand. Everton has a game in hand.
Game in hand. Okay,
Everton.
cool. Yeah, but I'm
And
still
they
watching.
47 points.
Yeah. Check.
Still,
Pascal, look, 14 games unbeaten. I think we were expecting the lose to come sooner or later, but the honeymoon phase is over now. I see that Kepa and Rudiger got into a feisty or heated battle there on the training ground. It's all signs. Where there's smoke, there's a fire. What do you make of that?
exactly. You know, this is the sad part as a Chelsea fan. Rudiger is one of the most solid people at the back, you know what I mean? But he's problematic within the squad, you know what I mean? So he already had issues with Frank Lampard when Frank was coach, you know what I mean? So I heard that he was ejected from the training ground and all of that. I'm hoping that he's gonna play tomorrow. I really do, because I think we need that solidness at the back. And I mean, look, I'm not amused with what has happened, but at the end of the day, we just have to keep going forward, and we gotta, you know, just gotta see what happens next.
Yeah.
At least you're
Look,
looking
I think
forward
the
to
Chelsea
what
team is still strong enough.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I think
Strong enough, but not balanced enough, I think. I feel the team isn't balanced enough.
it's strong enough in terms of individual talent, but like as a team, as a unit, I mean, there's still a lot more that can be seen. You know what I mean? There's a lot more that can be improved. I know I've frozen up. I'm gonna have to visit and enter again. At the end of the day, it's just one of those things.
Let's see. Look, like Devon has said, where there is smoke, there's fire. There was definitely one team that brought the fire to my ass on Saturday, so I want to get right into it as well. Devon, totally outclassed, far superior Liverpool. I mean, I'll be the first to admit, I was hoping for a draw. I said last week as well that our record against you has been shoddy. But look, again, we spoke the other day. I said to you, look, I take nothing away from Liverpool. I hold my hands up. They're far the superior side. That's why they're 5 years ahead of us. But that was by far the most disgusting performance I have seen this season. I can handle a defeat. I can handle a defeat. I can accept the defeat. But the manner in which we lost was disgusting. And Devon, you know, I haven't been a fan of this manager. What I saw was a manager coming. I don't care if people want to come to me with a shit of, Teta's figured out club, blah, blah, blah. He tried to come with the same game plan. And the main thing, doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is insanity. I ask again, who is trusting this process? Because I don't. Don't tell me it's a 10-month process. That defeat on Saturday was not the first time I've seen that, Devon, over the last couple of years. And it's coming in now where I'm coming onto the manager. Give me a reason why Rob Holding is playing. That's the second time Rob Holding has been our jumper, man, that's shorter than him. 2 weeks ago, it was Sterling. There's no damn way, Devon. You taller than Sterling, and you should be our jumping him. Chambers, why? Give me a reason why Chambers is back in this team. 2 good games and he's back. The fact that somebody actually had the goal to tell me that we missed David Luiz and Granit Xhaka. I said, yes, but it shows how far we've fallen.
Yeah.
Now, I want to come onto something. I actually brought this into the stream.
Wow.
I want to show you what is worrying me. This stat right here. I just want to remove Fabian's comment just so we can check it out. This right here. The fact that we are relying on youngsters, on those 2 youngsters, shows exactly what the state we are in. I'll then come on to our captain. Obama Blood Claudian.
Yeah.
Look at this flippant Travis looking minion.
Ow! Travis Scott.
But you know what? You know what gets me? I want you guys to look at something. He showed up late for our North London derby. Look at something that's telling in this picture. David Luiz, them are all kitted, all ready, all done. Why is he not ready? Look at him, he's walking in again late. He was huffing and puffing. Trent made him look. He was panting, Devon, panting. Then I'll come on to this again. I want to know why or give me something to trust the process. Because I don't trust this shit. It's going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Look, this is exactly how much damage must Arsenal endure before we say enough is enough. But again, like I'm saying, Devon, better team won. Like Fabian said, Jota is a special player. I think the difference was Jota. Fabinho and Thiago totally boxed us out. Outplayed us, outclassed us, and even Trent looked like he's coming back to form again. So that's my rant over. Devon, what do you think, my man?
Well said, Victim. Well said, Victim.
Devon,
I like that, Victim.
well
This
said,
expression,
yeah.
I like that expression. Well done. Well done, Devon. Well done for being the victim.
What I can say, Devon, is
Finish him the winner.
what I
Finish
can
him
say
the
is
winner.
like I told you, for me, I don't mind my team losing, but they must at least show some fight, you know. Try to show some desire to win and so on. And like you showed with the stats and with the bombing pitching up late and so on, I think and the players not respecting Otto. So, and it's too late now for Arsenal to make a decision to sack him. They have to see the season out now to get him out there. So you to be understand, to be fair now for Arsenal, it must be the worst feeling ever. But you know, on the bright side, there's at this time of the season, you know, back then we always used to look at where the team can improve and you know, look to the new season. I think it's become a familiar thing with Liverpool fans as well. It's not our season, next season, don't worry, next season. And, you know, I definitely think, you know, there's room for it. There's, especially rock bottom, there's a lot of room for improvement. But it's not all doom and gloom. And on the other side with Liverpool again, I always say that if we have Bino back in the midfield, you're going to see a different side. He's the one that protected the centre backs, and even with Van Dijk and Gomez there or Matip there, he was the one that was cleaning up the things in front. So to have him to protect that two inexperienced centre backs is doing a massive difference to the team. And with this wins now in the back now, I think it's giving us that belief again and the confidence to take on the teams like Real Madrid this season on a high.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I couldn't agree with you more. That Fabinho for me, like even Gary Neville summed it up perfectly by saying he thinks he's the best defensive midfielder in the league, and very difficult. Look, Paschal might have something to say with Kante, but I mean, there's no doubting Fabinho and Jota. Jigga, you've always sang their praises before. How you must have been singing their praises even more after Saturday, my man.
Listen, yeah, let's get to the point, man. I'm sorry to hear about Arsenal's cut. No, say that. I'm sorry to hear about Arsenal's cut. But this, my team needs this. My Liverpool needed this. So this win for us to move Arsenal had to happen. I'm sorry, but for my sake, my sanity, for my team, we're playing Real Madrid tonight. So for me, I'm sorry, sir. I know you said you feel victimized. Things are not so liquor. They had a very bad start. Artists to you, artists. My Liverpool needed this. And for Fabinho to get to them, make no mistake, Nat Phillips and Colbeck, it's not your first choice defenders. You know what I'm saying? You guys had Aubameyang, Lacazette, and Pepe, and I said it last week. If that three come up, you can maybe kill us. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. It did not happen. Artists, brother, just take it as is. And then then it's Junior. 1, 2, 3, and Jota, yes. What did Jota do? I think Jota's determination to score was huge, was big. His first goal, how he arrived, and his second goal taking the ball off Mane. His greediness to score was what I was looking for. I missed that greediness. Same with Salah's goal also coming. You guys know he's gonna come in. The thing is this, as footballers, sometimes you know what they're gonna do, but you just can't stop him. That's exactly what happened against Arsenal. You just couldn't stop Mo Salah. You know what I'm saying? So for my team, because we're still in the Champions League, the win was needed. Arsenal is not what do I say now? What kind of team is Arsenal now? I'm not gonna say a top team.
Don't even know. They're not even mid-table. Are they even mid-table?
Okay, but Arsenal is a liquor team to move, like for confidence, man. For confidence.
Yeah. We know Arsenal supporters. We know Arsenal supporters. We're happy we moved them.
Because Arsenal is still a big club. Arsenal is a big club. So if you're spanking Arsenal and you get away with it, and you got Aubameyang and Lacazette in your team and a very good goalkeeper, I think so. You must also just take it and accept. You've got that Undergaard kid. You've got Ceballos. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't work for you guys, and it worked for us on the day. And at the moment in time, we are still wounded dogs, and we needed this win. We needed this win for everything. We've been struggling much worse. We've been struggling. So for us to get this win under our belts, I'm very much grateful. And I hope that tonight you can put up just as much good performance as we did over the weekend. That's what I'm saying. But take your hiding, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a big boy. Take your hiding. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'll take it. I don't even have any comeback in me. That's what this club has done. They've taken away my hunger, my fight. I see somebody is smiling. Let's come on to United. Dale, you've been quiet all evening, my man. What are you, Gunman Greenwood? What are you saying? This building confidence.
First of all,
Why don't you ask us our opinions on Arsenal, Devon? We're not done with
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Why are you ignoring us here? I've been careful enough not to interfere with anyone else.
Because
Greenwood
didn't have our say on Arsenal.
And now we can't have our say.
Oh,
Okay.
what's up with that?
Okay. Have your say.
Have your say, Dale. Have your say.
Benny, rock, paper, scissors, who's going to go first? Yes! Danny, my man, you know what, man? I'm gonna be honest with you, my guy. And I said this on Saturday afternoon when I came up there in Mitchell's Plain. I said, you have a small team. Your players don't respect your club, my man. It's not about Arteta and the process. Is that the players don't respect the club, and I've seen that on Saturday, my man. Your club has fallen like a tea bag, and it's fallen. It's gonna fall even more, my man. My happiness will see Leeds above Arsenal to show you how far you've fallen. You understand? And you're not that close because now you guys are level on points. But I said it on Saturday, and what I saw in you, I don't think you realize how bad your team is. You still had the audacity to tell me after you saw your starting lineup, I'm beating Liverpool. That's what you told me. You had the audacity to look me in the eye and you told me he famous for now. So you just
I'm
made
gonna
the
step
first
in there.
45 minutes was bad.
I'm gonna step in there, Dale. The man did say,
Okay.
Obama, no, he shouldn't start. His body language is off. He shouldn't start. He did say that. He was
We
upset when he
understand
saw
that.
Aubameyang.
That we understand that.
His words was when he saw that team, 3 points. That was his words.
There we go. There we go. There we go. So until we get to that point, Devon, where you look at your starting lineup and not have this delusional idea of you beating any team, you're now no longer allowed to think that you can beat any team, my man. That's how bad Arsenal is. I said it, pod in, pod out. Your team is bad. Take that stuff off there of your wall, my man. Pack it away and let's start afresh by just enjoying football. I don't think you enjoy football anymore. You understand? You understand? But at the end of the day, David, at the end of the day, it's much love, my man. Your team was bad. I still feel it was battle of the losers because both Liverpool and Arsenal have no respect for. I just enjoyed the game because I was with the Owens on Saturday. Liverpool also didn't play that well for me, to be honest. It was just that they wanted it more at the end, and a hungry Jota came on and made the difference. Yes, you guys didn't play that well.
I agree.
You guys didn't play that well. So on Liverpool's side is that first 45 minutes, 99% can agree with me, is that it was bad. But the game changer was Diogo Jota. He changed the game, and that allowed the scoreline to be 3-0. But at the end of the day, sorry for the loss, Davey. Take it as a man. The players has now reached the point where they don't respect the club. And that's why that stats will show you that Smith Rowe and Saka are the ones that's performing. Because if you bring academy players through, you bring those youngsters through, they don't know nothing but to play for the club. You know what I'm saying? All those other guys, we spoke about Deadwood or Mustafi and Louise and all guys. We need to start looking at captains. We need to start looking at those frauds that is stealing money from Arsenal and playing every Saturday.
100%.
I couldn't agree more.
100%.
For once, I actually agree with
If
you.
I can just comment.
Huh?
It froze.
What you said, Davina?
I don't know. I seem to disagree. I think that
Liverpool
had a good performance before we actually scored in the first half. We had like 3 opportunities to score. I think Milner missed a big one, but we out. Yeah, that was a big one.
First off, no. Poor was a poor.
There was like, look here. We out-muscled, we outsmarted Arsenal in every department. The only thing we lacked was the goal. So in terms of the performance, I think it was good, but it's just that we didn't have that goal, and that was the difference that Jota made when he came on. And not just Jota, but if you think about the tactical switch that Klopp made, where he took off Robertson and he brought on Jota, he kept the front 3 on, and he played Jota as well.
Yeah.
I think that sort of also off. You know?
That was amazing.
Yeah. But
Firmino behind the front
it took that change though.
It
took that change though for that to happen. You guys did have. You never
play support them together. He always brings on Jota for the front 3, one of the front 3. This time around, that was the smartest thing. Drop Firmino to play behind the front 3 and the second half, and that was the game changer.
Yes.
Because Firmino can do that. And it also was Thiago next to Firmino that also played a role. Because they got that similar touch of football. It did change.
Yes.
Everybody's talking about Arsenal's players. What about Arteta?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that
exactly
starting 11 that he put out. The only defensive player from the centre backs, only the centre back 1-2, and Partey was the only defending players in that team against Liverpool, gents. Liverpool. It's like he underestimated Liverpool.
Exactly.
Chelsea did the same thing with West Brom. Chelsea did the exact same thing with West Brom. And you know what is weird for me? You have these kids that are missing, kids from your academy that is missing, and you're seeing the impact in the team. It's never supposed to be like that.
It's not supposed to be like that.
That starting 11 doesn't have less quality than those academy kids. They don't. Those kind
Exactly.
of kids have
Where's
determination,
Martinelli? Can
hunger,
somebody tell me where
and
is
want to play for
Martinelli?
the badge. Martinelli's on the bench, bro. He's on the
Why is
bench.
he not playing?
Ask
Why is
Arteta. Ask Arteta. He's damn better than Aubameyang right now.
exactly?
Yeah.
Pepe, oh my God.
And that
I
just
watched
goes through
Joe Willock.
something. Yeah, go.
I watched Joe Willock play for Newcastle. Bruh, never mind his goal. His determination to be on the ball. His hunger to tackle when they're off the ball. Watch that child from minute 1 to minute 90. He never stops running. Now you can't blame Arteta for sending a kid on loan to get first team experience. It's not Arteta's fault that the kid that he sends out on loan is better than the shit that he has to pick from.
Yeah.
But he
And
picks
it's
these players to stay,
unfair.
really.
He picked these players, yes. But did Arsenal really back Arteta in this window?
Yes, they did. Yes.
With David Luiz and William.
Okay.
No,
Whose
bro.
choice?
Okay.
No,
Now
bro.
Whose choice?
he was
No,
back.
bro.
At the end of the day, it's his choice. He must make it work. It's his choice. He's
Who's
making
gonna
a decision.
Exactly.
Arsenal is 11 players away from being Arsenal again.
Sure.
Arsenal is 11 players. 11 first team players from being Arsenal again. Not one of that players that played on Saturday deserves to wear that jersey.
Thank you.
Not one.
100%. I agree. And this is why I'm coming onto this. People say he hasn't been back. Pablo Mari, we haven't seen Mari. He signed Mari. Cedric, is Cedric good enough? Decent, but backup only. He signed Cedric. Gabriel.
A B player.
Yeah,
a B
exactly.
player.
He wanted to give Mustafi a new deal. Mustafi said, no, I don't want to be here. Then he gave Holding a new contract again. Why do you want to give Holding a contract when Holding was supposed to go out on loan to Newcastle? William, 250,000. He made that decision. Who's there still? Danny Ceballos that went out, that went on loan. He brought Danny Ceballos back. El Nene was also supposed to be dusted and burned already. He wants to give El Nene a new contract. Is he blessed? Xhaka. Xhaka's another one that should be gone. Only Arthur Berlin want him. He kept Xhaka. Hecky B.
Yeah, but Debbie, he's forced. He's forced to do that.
How is he forced? He's picking the players. But he's the one that sends out
He's forced to do
Torreira
that.
and
What
Guendouzi,
other options?
which can improve the
What
team.
other options does
And that's
Arsenal
what you
have?
missed.
You guys are not linked with any big profile players. You are a small team, so you should make do with your small budget, with your small mindedness, for your small ideas that you guys have. Everything of you guys is small. You don't have anything. No one wants to play for your club. So what options does he have?
So why did Odegaard then come? Why did Pepe come to me without even Champions League football? Brother, let me tell you something. We are the third biggest club. We are the third biggest club in England. We are the third biggest club in England.
I'd say what.
Know your place.
I'd say what.
I'd say what.
You did not have a right to tell me that we are small. When last did you win a
trophy? You're not allowed to say stuff like that.
When last did you win a trophy? When last did you win a trophy? When last?
No, don't do that, my man. Don't do that. Don't do that, my man.
When last did you win a trophy?
Don't do that. Don't do that, my
Chica,
man.
is that right there?
Some players do not want to be like
Chica,
that.
is it?
Sorry, David.
What did you say, David?
He's still right there.
Chica's
My man Giga is
Nah, Chica's just enjoying us. Just waiting for his chance.
It's a gang fight begin, man. It's a gang fight begin. I keep my saying that, I'm alright.
But to be honest, besides the banter, Arteta doesn't have much choices in his pocket, my man. He doesn't.
Yeah.
Look at what you guys have, and look what he had to now make use of. It's just for me, his man management or whoever's in the squad that's looking to get players and stuff like that. I haven't seen you guys up for a big profile player, someone to be leaders in your squad. Everybody that's in the Arsenal team, besides those two youngsters, are just there to collect paychecks, my man. That's just my personal opinion.
No, look, let's agree to disagree. Pascal, what do you make of it? You guys pulled the plug on the manager. What do you make of what's happening at your London rivals?
Yeah, well, just to piggyback on something that Dale said. At the end of the day, I think there was no, I don't know, man. It was just like another game for them. You know what I mean? I mean, they went out
exactly.
there. okay, well, next week we got another one anyway. So at the end of the day, I'll give Arteta this much credit. Like in his post-match, I don't know whether you guys saw the post-match interview. He basically took the responsibility. You know what I mean? Like he could have easily said, so and so didn't show up, whoever didn't do this. You know what I mean? But he didn't do that. He took it on as a coach. Yeah, and so yeah, so at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like he took the responsibility. I don't know whether he meant it or he just did it because he had to say it. But we have to see what happens next, because there's some weeks where Arsenal do look like they're progressing. You know what I mean? Like especially at the beginning of his tenure. And then you see the performance that happened last. I mean, you just think to yourself, this is the same old Arsenal again. You know what I mean? So I don't know whether
thank you.
It's a lack of hunger and determination. It's a lack of that.
I don't know, man. But
How long is he still gonna stay there? How long is he still gonna stay?
If I can just,
I don't give him next season.
Devon, if I,
You don't get next season. Rona,
Wait,
I think
wait,
next
Devon.
I think it's gonna be there next
check him
season.
in. I really do think it comes down to the leadership there, because like I also said, the players. Sorry, Pascal.
Yeah, no.
I think it does come down to the leadership, because like Dale said, the players. Oh, sure. The players don't respect Peter or the man in charge anymore. I'm not sure what the salaries are of the youngsters at the club, but I remember somebody, or I read something that so one of the youngsters came to the training pitch with a Rolex watch, and he came there with a brand new Merc and so on. And then Klopp asked him, how many first team appearances did he have? He's wearing all this stuff, and he's like, this quiet person or so on. But then when Klopp asked him, he just said, he didn't start any game yet this season or so on. The next day, he didn't come with that watch or that car to the training field. Now you see, is now that type of, I think,
mentality.
Such a manager that can rough the players up as the mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It comes down to mentality.
The
what
question that I
happens
have,
if Carlo Ancelotti takes over at Arsenal? What happens if a Carlo Ancelotti or a manager of that ilk takes over at Arsenal? What the players that they have now?
That's actually a very good.
What the players that they have now?
The type of coach that Arsenal needs is an experienced, old school manager like Carlo Ancelotti. You understand? Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping for Arteta to be a better coach than what he is right now, because he was schooled, he was under Pep Guardiola's wing. You understand? Yeah. So I was hoping for more success there, but unfortunately, that's not gonna happen. So someone like Carlo Ancelotti to come in that, that old father, old wrath type of thing, and to just the players needs to be disciplined, man. At the end of the day, it's like I saw a post of Jose Mourinho in the week where he said that John, when I think it was in some final or some game they were playing, where John Terry or someone was sent off, but they had men on the field at the age of 23. Frank Lampard and those Owens, they had men on the field. So most of these Owens that's coming in, and you can see it on Saka, you can see it on Smith Rowe. They're coming in with the swag. You know what I'm saying? You can't boast 10 goals, 15 goals yet, but you got the newest Bentley, the newest Lamborghini, the Gucci, all this is Fendi and all this stuff. So where is your mind actually? Your hunger is supposed to be for the goals. Look at Jesse Lingard, for instance. Jesse Lingard's whole of last year, the man was looking rough. Man's hair was like that and everything. He started scoring goals. Then his swag came back to back it up. You understand? So with someone like Carlo Ancelotti, Benny, very good question. What happens if they're bringing you in? I think the whole Arsenal team will change, because he will take on Arsenal, the players. He will take on the board as well, because he will demand certain things, and they will have to give it to him.
The board is scared of a top-class manager. The board is scared of a top-class manager, because the top-class manager will not accept the shit that they are catching on with their managers right now. A top-class manager will walk away.
I think Arsenal is too big of a club for Arteta.
That is.
I think just because he's a legend at the club, they chose him. Okay, maybe he could have come in the running, but I think it was too early for him to take on Arsenal at the moment in time with the football of the day. And it just shows that even he came from Pep Guardiola, he doesn't have experience yet. There's still a long way to go. People just it's just somebody you can look up to, but putting things in practice after you learn from somebody is different. You know what I'm saying? And that is why I say that he should have started off a little bit more smaller and then build his way up, or maybe be another assistant coach, for example, at Arsenal and take it from there and implement something from the old school to the new school. But at the moment in time, throwing him in there as the coach of Arsenal, I think that he is screwing up, and you can't just have that one good game and then you floor a game, because I think his flaws is beyond him. It's beyond him. It's a constant battle with players and manager. You know what I'm saying? And there shouldn't be that battle between players and manager.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a flow of fluidity with players and manager.
Yeah.
True.
But Devon, now say like United and Arsenal have an easy road, I would say, to the final of the Europa. If Arsenal, let's just say hypothetically they win, where does that put Arteta? Is it? He won.
No, they won't win. I can't think of stuff like that.
I still want him sacked, Devon. I still want him sacked.
He's safe though. He would be safe. I think he'd be safe.
He would be safe if he wins it.
He's safe.
Yeah,
he should have been sacked already.
Okay.
Question that I wanted to ask.
I think they'll do it so late in the season. I don't think they'll do it so late in the season.
I think it's another season out now, because I mean, his time for sacking should have happened long time already, and then he wouldn't have been in a situation right now. But there was opportunities. There was coaches available. When they say in the middle of the season, there was coaches available, quite good ones was available, and Arsenal didn't know that. So I think this whole process and the belief, it's not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And for him to run the season out, it's like it's like accepting what comes ahead, but just surviving. You know what I'm saying? So you must accept your season as it is right now already. And it's got that not quite so.
Just to jump on what Giga says, I think if the fans were in the stands, I think he would have been.
That would have been amazing to see.
He's gone.
He's gone long time ago. Halfway through the season, it's probably gone. Now, the question that I wanted to ask Dev was the following, right? Like, so who do you think? Let's just say hypothetically, he doesn't win the Europa and everything goes wrong, right? And now, obviously, you guys are looking for, like, who would you want to come through and manage your team, taking into account what Benny said, that the board is more stingy there. Like, they don't want to spend that much money, you know what I mean? Like the way the other coaches spend at Chelsea, you know, or at Man City, for instance, you know. And so taking into account all those factors, because some coaches will probably refuse to go to Arsenal for that financial reason, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you, based on who we have on the market, like level, who would you want to see there at Arsenal?
Look, for me, Pascal, I always said it's always between three men at the beginning. Allegri, Ancelotti, or Poch. Again, like I said, if we want to call ourselves a big club, we need to act like one, and that starts by getting a bad boy manager. Remember, we needed major surgery before Arteta even. We were already on the decline under Wenger already. So the next manager that comes in is always going to have a tough task as well. So that's why for me, I say act like a big club. Like I think Jiga touched on it, he said, even Brendan Rodgers, why not even go for Brendan Rodgers? I would have taken Brendan Rodgers, but the problem is some Arsenal fans are snobbish. They're snobbish. They want to twang you with this Arteta trust the process.
You know what kind of coach will put that Arsenal Southampton coach? He's good. A coach Yes. I think so.
But he wouldn't be a big manager. It'd be better than Arteta, right?
Why not?
But big manager, no.
But you know,
we're talking about managers, not just a big manager, but a manager that can take on Arsenal and rug them as well as taking on the board to get certain things done. So it's not just about a coach that can. But at the end of the day, any coach, even average to elite coaches can coach a club. We've seen that, But what we want to see now, and that's why I know how you feel, Davey, because that's how I feel about our DOF. You know, our director of football is like, we didn't want to take on Edwin van der Sar because he knows what he wants. He's going to be demanding. So clubs direct coaches into a way that they want them to do deals. And that chain must be broken, my man. It needs to be broken
100%.
because I don't want to see our clubs go commercial. I don't want to see us taking away the FC sign after our names. That needs to remain there for a reason because we are a football club. You know, there's tears, there's joy, there's a lot of things that goes in that football club. So we need clubs. As much as I make fun of Arsenal, as much as I don't like them, I still when I watch United and Arsenal, I want to see that rivalry. I want to see the hybrid rivalries relive themselves as much as Arsenal and Liverpool, United and Liverpool, all those things. So we need those coaches. We need to actually protect our coaches, but those right ones, and not just change this whole thing now of getting player legends to come coach our clubs. No, sir.
Yeah.
Apparently, Allegri is taking English. He's been taking English for about a year now. So that when Arsenal do come knocking, he knows how to say no.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on from Arsenal. I've had enough of them now. I just got me all riled up with Vic. Let's come on to Manchester United and Brighton. Benny, I'll come on to you. What did you make of the game? Greenwood coming through. Like you said, we talk about youngsters. I think he should play up front. I think Greenwood should play up top. I think he should get more game time. He's definitely doing a better job than Martial. But what did you make of the game? And I also want to come on to the penalty incident with Maguire.
Tough game. Brighton is always up for it. When the way they are in the league, on the log, is not a true reflection of the quality and the football, the brand, and the style of football that they play. They are a brilliant team, and they gave us a right old headache. We didn't deserve the 3 points, not at all. Jigo watched the game with me, he can attest. I knew that we did not deserve that 3 points. We were poor. Not in the sense of too poor. Brighton, which is brilliant, I think. And we struggle. We struggle against teams that it's not that they sit back against us. It's teams that we know we should beat. It's like the mentality is not up. We're not up for it mental-wise because that was our best 11, I think. If you look at our squad, that was our best 11. And the way they played it was poor. And the 3 points, we're extremely lucky, but those are the games that you win that you're not supposed to. Those are the games where you grind out results that gives me faith in the future of our team because 25 points from losing positions, I will gedoen wees. I mean, it's the heart that shows and the determination and the never say die attitude. We had that under Ferguson. We've not had it under David Moyes. We've not had it under Van Gaal. And not under Mourinho. Not at all. I think there was one comeback in the Mourinho era, and that was Newcastle. When he was on the brink of sack and had to sack him that day already. Yeah. But Greenwood was brilliant. Greenwood as a number 9 in the future years, for now, not so much. I don't trust us going into next season with him as our number 1. I don't trust us going into next season with him as our number 2. We need to sign a full-on striker, a full-on number 9, a Manchester United quality number 9. If we want to be anywhere, if we want to compete anywhere, if we want to compete in the Champions League, we're going to need at least 3 world-class signings. We're not there yet. I don't think Cavani will be there next season even.
No, he won't be.
To be honest with you, I don't think Cavani will be. And he doesn't deserve to be there next season. His performance on Saturday. His performance, on Sunday. Wow. Putrid,
poor.
He didn't touch the ball. He didn't link up play. He was never available in the box. We had the ball on the wings countless times. Bruno Fernandes can have the worst game, but he can still provide an assist. That is the difference between him and every single other midfielder out there today. You don't take Bruno off. He will give you that one moment. One moment of brilliance. One moment. And for a team that is extremely compact under Solskjaer, and Harry Maguire gets a lot of flack. That was a penalty. It could have been given. It could have not been given as well. If it was given, there's no argument. Penalty. If it wasn't given, there's argument from everybody that is not a United fan. Let's leave it at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't. You ended it off nicely. Dale, what did you make of it, my man?
Nah, I was I was like, for me, when I watch United, 3 points at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Good or bad, I just need that 3 points. The big ups to Greenwood for stepping up and finishing the game off for us. Fred, donkey boy. Fred was on fire on Sunday.
Best player on the team.
He actually, for me, he was my man of the match that game. Broke down play. The things that we're supposed to do, that's what I want to see in Fred. But Van der Beek, solid. That last 10 minutes. And if you actually looked at that goal, that man threw that defensive
Yeah,
side. He
100%.
came through like butter, like a hot knife through butter, and he opened up that defense. And that's what I like. It's a bit sad we're not seeing him in the starting lineup. But good result from Manchester United. Definitely a penalty, Devi. Yeah, Cavani, very, very poor. 3 occasions in the first half. Man's touch remind me of Tevez in 2008. Poor. Very hard, no control. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's 3 points. And I think United against Brighton, I think Brighton is United's crank, man. Like, we just don't perform well against Brighton. So, yeah, for me, 3 points. And we didn't play too well, but like I said, I take 3 points. Like, I'm not going to analyze the game and say beautiful here and there. There were a few people that stood out for me, yes, of course. But Brighton was up crank, always has been up crank.
For the starting 11, to play so hard against Brighton for a 2-1, I think that wasn't entertaining football. I expected United to hammer Brighton.
Fair enough.
I expected United to hammer Brighton.
That was boring.
I think that the starting 11 United have was supposed to have punished Brighton. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's why I
No team punishes Brighton, Jigga. No team punishes
But look, at
Brighton.
the end of the day,
when substitutions were made, then the team started to change. But I mean, for the football itself,
it's 2021. There is no pub team anymore like that of when you used to get teams like Derby County back in the day. You just can't be a goal difference. So to tell me, for my starting 11, I'm supposed to punish Brighton.
Could have done the job easily.
With your starting 11, you're supposed to beat Aston Villa. What happened there?
That is a past tense. We're beyond that now. We're beyond that.
No, but don't bring up a comment like that because I can say the same thing.
Don't go so deep, brother. Don't go so deep. Speak about
I'm not that deep. Just back up your words.
All I said was for your starting 11, you should have smashed Brighton, and now you're going back to Aston Villa. Don't be weak, man. Don't be weak. Be cool. Come on.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
I agree. We're supposed to comfortably win. I agree.
I still think for the changes that was made, it's almost like he was forced to make it because the starting 11 that they had wasn't gelling like he wanted to, or the tactical changes, or the idea of the football wasn't filtering through. You know what I'm saying?
You must remember Cavani off for 2 months. Pogba off for a whole 3 months. First came back for United. Cavani's first came back for United. Rashford barely made the starting 11.
Slow your roll, Benzema. We had international breakers.
Quality names, but if you look at the real issue,
we had international breakers.
3 points is a good thing.
We had international break. Some of your players went to flavor countries and they came back. I think the rest of the players is no excuse. Your starting 11 should have finished off Brighton. Because there was a sense that sometimes after the first goal, there was a panic stage there. There was a panic stage. And then...
Look, we didn't expect
you said it yourself, Benny. You said football of 2 halves. And again, the panic in that first half had to kick start for your second half. You know what I'm saying? You didn't need a kick start in the second half. You had the team on the field to finish them. The team was here to finish them. So you went to go down and you panic.
Yeah.
Right?
We're lucky they scored so early. At least gave us the entire second half to change our game.
Exactly. But because the Greenwood change was amazing because that guy was hungry. You know what I'm saying?
The
So why
changes need.
the changes was made sense. The changes made sense to win the game. To win the game, the changes made sense. But the
That
game
needs
could
to
have
be
been
made,
won
yes.
before. The game
Correct.
could have been won with the I mean, you saw what's United. You saw United. You saw
It wouldn't have
United.
been that bad. It wouldn't have been that bad had we drew that game. It wouldn't, compared to everybody that is below us except West Ham has dropped
Yeah.
points. Because
I mean, to me, like,
remember, we're not
I was
going to
watching
win the
game
league.
with you. I was watching the game with you, and I was like, yo, this look again like a draw. But at last 30
It
minutes,
deserved the draw.
I don't know. They got fire under the feet, and then they started pressing Brighton after a while as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That game, that goal came with intelligence, like what Donny said, and the change has been made at the right time. But it's a scratch.
And well done to Solskjaer for that.
It's a scratch against Brighton. It's all I'm saying. It's a scratch against Brighton. Come on. It's Brighton. It should have been done better.
Fair enough. I will give you that, Jigga, because it was a performance that deserves a cup comment like that. I give it to you, bro. All yours.
Let's move along. Davino, I want to get on to the European roundup. We've still got about 15 minutes left before your game. I don't know. Obviously, you'll be watching your game, of course. Benny said he'll be watching the Man City game. But how are you feeling? There's no fit centre backs, no Van Dijk, no Ramos, no Varane. How are you feeling about this one? You feeling confident after what happened over the weekend? You think you can beat them, actually? I think you can. I always said Liverpool is a dark horse for me, especially in the Champions League. But how are you feeling going into this one?
I'm feeling, after the last performances, I'm feeling confident. It's going to be a good test. I don't think Phillips and Kabak has been tested really in the past games that they've played together. So I think tonight against Benzema, Asensio, and Isco, I think it's going to be a good challenge for them. But with Fabinho back in the midfield and Modric as well, I think it's going to be a good test for them. But with Fabinho in the midfield and the way we've been performing at the moment, I think we can at least come away with a draw. But it's 50-50. Real Madrid is winnable. So. And in Europe, we're different. We're a different animal. So I think I definitely think we can come away with a win. I know we've won before there, so we can definitely do it again. Klopp said this team is built for nights like this. So we're ready.
It's gonna be a good game.
And then remember, sorry, Dev. Your league form means absolutely nothing for the Champions.
Exactly.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Remember the one year that you won it? You didn't even qualify to be in the Champions League the next season. You had to qualify as champions. Your league form means nothing. I feel more than City, Liverpool is favourites.
I also feel so.
More than City.
This is the perfect time to play Real Madrid. Because Real Madrid is not a walkover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real Madrid has got class all the way through on their bench. Those youngsters are fire. The generals of this league, the Tuchel, the Modric, they are fire. The Benzemas are fire. You know what I'm saying? They still got Asensio there. You know what I'm saying? There is still a couple of players that can be very much dangerous. But this is the perfect time to play Real Madrid. The reason being because of their centre-back problem that they also have. I also feel a little bit of the incident between the Salah and Ramos, which is a talking point. How Salah injured, how Ramos injured Salah, and this is like the revenge match for that. But now also, Ramos is not playing due to injury. So this could be something that should favor Liverpool. I would hope it favors Liverpool because why? Sergio Ramos is a massive player for Real Madrid. Sergio Ramos can carry that team on his shoulders, brother, and he will thrive. He's the brother to defend and score goals. So I think that leadership, and he is, remember,
is he out for both legs? Is he out for both legs?
Both legs.
After Ronaldo left Real Madrid, Sergio Ramos is now Mr. Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? And Real Madrid carries European nights and the Champions League just as greatly as Liverpool. So tonight's game, we know what happens in European nights. It's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. As you know, you've seen the performance of Liverpool this weekend. Can Jota rise up? Can Salah get his revenge? You know what I'm saying? Can our defense handle Benzema and Vinicius Jr. and Asensio and Modric and those players? Can we do this tonight? Tonight we're gonna see. I am excited. I'm looking forward to it. I would I'm looking for the win. I'm looking for the win. And I'll take a 2-0. I'm big again, modest, because normally when I go to the big schools, I'll take a 2. I'll take it 2-0.
But that all you need is an away goal. All you need is an away goal. That's all Liverpool need.
I want 2-0. I want 2-0. I want 2-0.
5-1 is fine.
Possible.
Yeah.
5-2.
I'm going to ask Devon to send me a number so I can video call it tonight.
No problem.
Devon,
No problem.
you're gonna say something, Devon? No?
To be honest, Devon, to be honest with you and Jiga, I don't know what you think of this. The games that we've won now so far has all been away from Anfield. So coming back to Anfield, I'm still really worried, man. I still want to see how we perform back home. And with this tie, I think we're definitely gonna play at Anfield. So that's the one thing I want to see, something different in our performance. So I'm really worried about that though.
They'll consider a couple of hours at Anfield. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you know what? For Real Madrid to have this defense problem, remember, Nat Phillips and Kovac had a few games together already, and obviously moving Fabinho up. So there is a little bit. If you compare our defense to Real Madrid's defense, I think they'll probably use Nacho, and then who else will they still bring for defense? I don't know.
I have no idea who's the reserve centre back.
I don't know who's the reserve.
But
I don't know.
I know Mendy's the left back.
But
Cabal,
anyway, so they
is the right back.
I mean, so they take basically, so their defense is going to be a makeshift defense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is this a
100%.
chance to have a makeshift defense against Liverpool? You know what I'm saying? Because
In the
so
Champions
far,
League.
exactly. And I think
Quarter.
Liverpool can do
I know.
damage at the right time. If it happens, it can happen. So I'm saying 2-0. I'm being modest 2-0. You got a makeshift defense.
We'll see later.
Sadio Mane, Mo Salah, and Bobby Firmino. You got a makeshift defense against the three of them, and then they still shoot at the
So
top.
facing a team that won 10 Champions League, you're facing a team that won 4 in the last.
No way.
No, but Europe fears. You know Europe fears Liverpool. Europe fears Liverpool. You know that. So it doesn't matter what the Real Madrid got. They know what's happening. But do you think it's the right time to have a makeshift defense against Liverpool right now?
No, it's not the right time to have a makeshift defense against
The
Liverpool,
challenge is
bro.
there. The challenge is there.
Bro, really.
I think
Use our
no,
favorites. Use our favorites, obviously. Use massive favorites.
I am a favorite. I am deliciously a favorite. My team is a favorite. We are the favorite.
I want to also get your opinion on the Liverpool Real Madrid game, and then also I want your thoughts on Porto tomorrow night. Look, everyone is saying that you guys are the overwhelming favorites, but then again, they said that when Porto played against Juve. How are you feeling going into this one, given the result that obviously took place over the weekend?
Well, getting to the Real Madrid game, I wouldn't be as confident as Giga is. Look, I think Liverpool are favorites, but just by slight margin. You know what I mean? Because I think both teams are playing each other at the right time. You know what I mean? I think Madrid would take this Liverpool team as compared to the Liverpool team that won the league with everything. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a balanced game. Liverpool should age it just a little bit. I think maybe 1-0 type of scoreline. I wouldn't go as far as 3 or 4, like Giga is saying. No, I mean that's a little bit too much. Getting back,
It's possible.
Possible, my brother.
I think it's possible. It's possible.
When
It's
Real
really
Madrid
possible.
big problem. You guys know this already, okay? You just ask Devon. Ask Devon. Just ask Devon. I'm not going to say anyone. Ask Devon. Ask Devon.
I'm going Liverpool, my man. But anyway, continue, Pascal. You were saying.
getting to the Chelsea Porto game. Look, I think it's a knockout game, right? So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna go as confident as to say we're favorites. I think we're just slightly favorites. I'll take a draw in that game. and then wrap it up in the second leg. You know what I mean? But as we're playing right now, bro, I wouldn't be as confident as to say we're gonna go over there and win 2 or 3-0. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll take a draw. I think it will be like a 2-2 type of game, and then that will put us in close control to finish it up at the bridge.
Fair enough. Penny, you guys, we have the unfortunate task of playing on Thursday nights.
I don't even care, but I don't even know what time. I don't even know who we're playing. I don't know nothing. I have no idea what's clapping. United playing Thursday. Are you sure?
Yeah, I don't know. Thursday.
Against who?
Granada.
Oh, who's that? Is that the country? Is that the four? Can I get the 4 Granada? Fuck that game, bro. Fuck that game. I don't care. You know what? This is one good reason why. Listen here. There's one reason why I don't give 2 shits about this game. And that is because we are already in the Champions League next season. We don't have to win it to be there next season. The last time we won the Europa, we had to win the Europa because we were 6 from like, I think it was August to May.
Yeah.
We were 6th the entire season and we needed to win the Europa. This season we don't. If we play our under 11s against Granada, I don't care.
No.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah, you feel the exact same way as I do about the Europa League. Dale, my man, how are you
need
feeling?
it. Arsenal need it. Arsenal need it.
Arsenal are gonna play.
I understand where Benny's coming from. We're on the Champions League next season, but for me, like I said, unfortunately, we can't skip an opportunity to win the trophy. So, win the trophy and end second in the Premier League. That will be a successful season for me. And the way things are going, the way the expectations are of any supporter out there is that we no longer. You know, it doesn't matter about the size of your trophy. You know, as long as I just wanna avoid the did Ole win a trophy? That conversations. I want him to win a trophy.
Only because of Kevin.
Good for Ole as well. And next season, because at this moment we're on holiday in the Champions League. We're not there to compete yet, so I'm not too convinced if we're gonna go far in the Champions League next season. But let me go into next season with a trophy. That will be, of course, a successful season for me, and way more successful than Arsenal.
Okay, fair enough. Let's move it on. Look, we play.
Arsenal's next trophy as a new manager.
Yeah, I hope so. I'll be happy,
James, but listen, I gotta be out. My battery's about to die. So thanks a lot, Mana. Keep it real.
Sure.
Maybe show me Chica's number tonight. I want to call him. Davina, thanks a lot, my man. Pascal, shot. Davy, shot. Benny.
Shot, man.
Cheers, my bro. Have an awesome one. But I want to get on to Man of the Week and Flop of the Week. Devon, who are you going for your Man of the Week?
I'm gonna have to. There was a few. I was gonna go with Jota. There's a few that got a brace this weekend, but I'm gonna give it to Big Sam. Man. I think the way he set up the team against Chelsea,
Yes,
I'm gonna give it to Big Sam and West Brom.
That's very mature of you, Devin. Well done, bro. Well done, bro.
Shut. Yours, Benny.
Jigga's gonna go for. We all know Jigga's going for. My man of the week is definitely Matthias Pereira. Definitely, brother. Definitely. He scored some beautiful goals. Close second is Jota. Close third is Callum Robinson that came on for West Brom with his 2 late goals. Yeah. He was also brilliant the way he took those. He was pure fire. But Pereira has been West Brom's shining light this season. All of our teams, relegated teams, get 1 player. Last year, to Spooky with Norwich. I think this year is Pereira.
True. Jigs, yours, my man.
I think I agree with Benny for Man of the Week. But I'm more focused on Flop of the Week. Flop of the Week is you, my brother.
Me?
You are Flop of the Week. No, Devon. He is Flop of the Week. Devon is Flop of the Week. I said I agree with Benny, but I'm focusing on Flop of the Week. So Flop of the Week goes to Devon. That's my vote.
I'll take that. Paschal, how are you feeling about it, my bro? Man of the week.
I'm gonna do what Jigga did to Scott Parker. I'm not gonna give it to Big Sam. No way. Look, at the end of the day, they were losing the game. No ways. Listen, they were losing the game. No matter how he set West Brom up, they were losing the game up until freaking Silver bailed him out, right? You know what I mean, with the red card. So I'm not gonna give it to Big Sam. I'm gonna give it to Jota. I thought he had a great game. I mean, talk about Liverpool being favorites against Arsenal, but they still had to earn it. You know what I mean? And he showed up. He outperformed the front three. So for me, I had to give it to Jota, especially the header that he puts in. I mean, he literally climbs over the other guy. You know what I mean? For a small man. And yeah, I think it was a solid performance on his part. You gotta give it to him. The flop of the week, it has to be Silver, man. Come on. At the end of the day.
Okay, fair enough. And you said who's your flop of the week?
Silver.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Silver, sorry. Fair enough. Yeah, no, look, I'm also echoing the same as Beaster. Shout out Beaster, man of the week for me as well, Jota. I was a bit torn between Jota and Fabinho, but I think I am going to go with Jota. I mean, just what he's brought to Liverpool alone, you can see he's revived that front three, and it's only now people say Salah's having an off season, but look at his numbers. His numbers don't lie. Firmino doesn't score goals in any case. It's only Mane that's fine, that needs to find his form. Imagine if he finds form, then that's the whole front three that's on fire again. So credit to Jota. My flop of the week, of course, is going to be Arsenal. Everyone associated with Arsenal, Arteta, everything. So yeah, Devon, who's your flop of the week, my man?
I'm gonna give it to Jackie Alke for that very impressive own goal. It was more of a moomish of the week. So that's my pick.
Fair enough. Penny, your flop of the week, my bro?
Definitely going to Thiago Silva. The consequences of his stupidity. And the fact that he did it twice. He got away with it the first time. So the second time, there's no excuse for a player that is almost 80.
Exactly.
All the experience that he has. The composure that he has. No, bruh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
My flop, definitely.
Fair enough. But that's a wrap for us. Everyone, to thank everyone in the comments. You guys kept it fire. Shout out Brad, Beaster, Fabian, as always, Khali, all you guys in the chat. You guys were awesome tonight. Evan Abrams, as always, big supporters. I think we've all come to our final thoughts of the evening, and you know there's only one person that closes us out. Jigga, you're gonna close us out again. Try to go easy on me, my man.
Now, it was a good weekend of football. It was a nice Easter. Everybody was smiling and happy. Everybody was safe. That's very important. As we watch tonight's football, let's enjoy tonight's football and the rest of the week's Champions League. And we'll see each other next week again. And when there's always another preview. There's another big game waiting for the next big game around the corner. So we'll see each other next week again.
Nah, true love, my bro. But that's a wrap for us. Thanks, Davino, Benny, Paschal, Jigga. As always, it's
always a pleasure, bro.
Keep well, enjoy the nights. It's your boy DVD, and we are out of here.